it's not like they gave a shout out to every song that was played or whatever. So I'm just like, they didn't necessarily need to, but it's good now that they have acknowledged and that we now know.
Welcome back to yet another episode of Off the Record with myself, Shona Ngava, Vernon the Namapapi, and Michael Kayunde. Together we are the voice, the standard, and of course the truth when it comes to the industry. I just wanted to throw that in there. How are you guys doing?
Chilling, man. How are you?
Chill.
Feeling good, bro. I had time to just get away from the city, but now I'm back.
Where were you, bro?
In the mountains, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, I saw you posting with like horses and doing really cool things.
Guy was chilling with light-skinned horses and stuff.
You just need that, man, when you are somebody like me that's working with everything and got so many things going on. So you just need to reset a bit.
Oh well.
So obviously we've been away for quite a very long time, and I want us to get straight into the thick of things. First of all, Gazza dropped a new song, Mhudi, which is like an
endearment. Did you drop the album?
It's like an endearment term. Who else dropped? Mhudi did something that had the internet going crazy. Slime also dropped a new project. So in that regard, I want us to break into the new Gazza song. I'll give up my personal opinion on it.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like it when Gazza sings, especially like the newer Gazza stuff. From Moses to Brandeveen, I wasn't really a big fan of that. But for some reason, I actually like this new song. Not because I'm Herero and they're using a Herero term, but I just like the way that the song was just, pushed, the way that it was just marketed, and also just where it's at right now. This is the Gazza that I want to hear in 2021, given his age, given where he is at in his life. That's the Gazza that I want to hear. The only problem that I had with the song, though, it sounds like Tala, Tala Khan. Yeah, it sounds very similar to that. And I feel like they put maybe a few big progressions and stuff they took from that song, but generally a very good song.
Yeah,
and it's got a Herero legend on that song as well, a Mauritius legend, Murangere, and
I also really share the same sentiments in terms of the song just being right for this time. Even before it dropped, the statement that he put out,
the lead up to the song.
Lead up to that song, and the song is something that is needed right now. Given what we are going through in terms of just the pandemic and how it has affected all of us, I feel like it's the right song for the right time. For people to hold on to while we wait for the album. And we need the album, guys, please.
Speaking of dropping the song at the right time, I was listening to one of his interviews on his press run, and he spoke about recording that song in 2018.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
Sure.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he got Murangere, right, on that song, because one of my colleagues, she's Herero, and she's talking about how the Ovarisha community or how the Herero community likes the fact that he brought on Ovarisha legend, and apparently that guy is nowhere to be seen these days.
No,
he's very.
I don't know what Gazza had to do in terms of just even the way the song was produced for me. It's just even amazing. And he actually Gazza made some arrangements on the song, which is dope, by the way.
Even on that interview, I think he said he looked for him for about 6 months because he had the hook, and then he was like, "Nah, the song needs something else." I'm speaking under correction because I'm just. Speaking what I heard from
the interview.
Yeah, so he said he was looking for him for 6 months. So I like the fact that he went that extra mile. When you're at the stage in your career, you need these type of moves. You need those type of people on your songs.
So does this make you guys excited for the Gazza album? Because he dropped the EP before this, and there was quite the hot reception for that. Now that we have this song, are you guys excited for the album? Have any of you listened to some of the songs from the album? Let me put you on the spot. Mike.
Why are you putting me on the spot, man? No, I haven't had it. I haven't had
anything for the podcast.
I haven't had like the full album yet. Just like snippets, if I can put it that way. But I am excited for the album. I want to see, just because with the last album he put out,
Misunderstood.
Yeah, misunderstood.
Yeah.
It was not necessarily like a heavy Kwaito album. So I want to see, is he still, going to make like world music, or is he still going to, come back to what we know him for as a Kwaito artist?
Based off the song that we got right now, I want to hear a much more mature Gazza moving forward, man, because we are tired of party songs. At least I am tired of party songs. I want to hear how he is as a father, as a husband, as a businessman on the album, basically.
Yeah. And I think that's what we can expect on the album.
For real.
Like those type of messages and subject matter.
All right, so...
But in terms of, going back to Kwaito, I doubt he has much of, or maybe he will have one or two, a couple of songs, because I heard another song, Tranquila, on one of his radio interviews as well, and it sounds like pretty. So I think he's going to go for more of the Afro-pop vibe and maybe songs like the one he dropped. But in terms of the rollout, he said he's working with KFC for like Zula Pack, and it's going to be part of the rollout. So if you buy that Zula Pack 6 times, you unlock the whole album, but maybe 5 times you'll unlock 5 songs. So I like the fact that he's working with.
He mentioned that on the interview.
On the interview, yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. I think he did that with Windhoek Draft last time we dropped the album.
It was Gazza Pumumu.
So I like the fact that as the big brand that he is, that's what I expect from him in terms of a rollout. So I'm really looking forward to how that Zula Pack will do. I'm really looking forward to how that album will do in terms of just competing with his other albums such as Pumumu. I think Pumumu is one of his best-selling albums online. I don't know overall which one is, but I think it should be Pumumu because he was really pushing that one to go gold and had a lot of Windhoek Draft promotions. But I'm really looking forward to how he will compete in terms of sales with the other albums.
All right, so what do you guys think of the new Slime project? Mike, you listened to it, you did a whole review. I listened to a couple of songs, I liked it, and I feel like he's back, but to be very honest, I think it's too late for him at this point. He might garner a few reactions and stuff like that, but I feel like the window between him dropping this song or the album and
EP.
The EP, it's an EP
right now.
Songs, yeah.
I just feel like it's too late for it's too late. We are closing that Slime window at this point.
No, man, maybe this is what's going to revive him. I also feel like when he was popping, like back then during the whole Black Box
2018
2018 time, I also felt like he was okay, but he was overshadowed by
King Elegant, Top Cherry,
and stuff like that. So for him to put out a 10-track EP, and it only has 2 features, so it's just majority of him doing the whole thing. And another thing that I appreciate about it also, he's known to be the trap king, whatever. Vambu
but
trap.
he went all Afro-pop.
Yeah, so I like that about it because that means he's, about, maturing his sound. He's not just sticking to trap. He also has like 3 features on there with Otherwise, and they sound so good together, man. Maybe they should actually put out a joint EP in the future or something. But I like it. You guys need to check out Slime EP Jetpack.
Yeah. I'm still getting into it. So far it's okay, it's good. Usually I don't know why I always compare people's albums with the previous work, because my first lesson of the Golden Code was just like damn, and then even the For the Wait EP was like shit, this is fire. Okay, sorry. But when I was getting into this one, it took me a while, man. But it's probably those projects that grow on you, because also the sound seems to be a bit the same throughout the project, and I wanted to hear like a different Slime, or I don't know, but
we don't know.
I would have liked for him to first come back with a single and then maybe drop the EP later on, but I saw the reception from the kids and it was really good. But from the industry, I haven't seen much within the industry.
But the industry, they don't show each other love.
But I think
no, in terms of just the media and people that are supposed to be talking about the project,
But I think maybe that's gonna be the plan.
It's still
moving forward.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna say that his music has it's been the same, but I feel like there's been growth in terms of his sound.
Yeah.
Even just the way that
if you listen to the EP, you will actually pick up the growth. That's why I like it.
The way that he mixes everything, like even the auto-tune, everything that he's used, like even the messaging, even where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of passion in the music, man.
I think he's mastered his sound, and I really like that about him. And you're speaking of, him being overshadowed by the Black Box artists, and before he joined Black Box, I believe he had his own fan base already. So whatever he dropped, those people jumped on, and I feel like he wasn't really overshadowed back then. Maybe he just needed to be out there more in terms of the shows, in terms of deals. And speaking of Black Box, I see they're still going. I think it's King Elegant.
Yeah, King
Otherwise,
Elegant
it's Slide
actually
now.
has a new song Fire
too.
song. The video is also out.
Yeah.
The song was produced by DJ K-Boz.
So
proper song.
I'm really looking forward to what Black Box can do, because they really had a good run in 2018. So I'm really looking forward to what they've planned for the rest of the year, with King Elegant coming back with another single, and then Slime Project maybe otherwise is also lining up something. And I'm sure by now everybody knows that Top Cherry is no longer Black Box.
Maybe she's still associated with them, because isn't she?
I don't know.
For real.
But
All right,
she's different management.
let's move on to Mhudi. Just quickly, she has a TikTok slam song right now that's very popular. She's in Instagram. So no, I've heard it. I've heard of
TikTok.
And TikTok as well.
Yeah.
I've heard it there.
Okay.
So it's doing crazy numbers. It's crazy everywhere on social media.
Yeah.
What's next for her? Because I just feel like it's just on the IGs and the TikToks. What else can she do, man?
That song is not out on digital platforms.
But it's a snippet.
That's the strange part about it. And I just thought she would put out the full length song on the streaming platforms, just to see how people will react, or just to make it go more than social media, But I really love the reception. I love the support from all the women just on Instagram, whether it's those in the industry or just her followers. Everybody, literally every girl I know jumped on that, and I think that's the biggest trending snippet or song on social media this year.
Everyone just wants to make use of it.
Yes, like women.
I almost did too, bro.
Why didn't you, man?
This is just they would have probably called you out. They would have called you out for that. I was actually thinking about it myself.
Come on, guys. You're really going to stop yourself because of
what? Have you ever fell in love with a black woman? So maybe you could, you twist it, change it.
No, man, I expected you guys to be more open and stuff like that. Use the song.
But I love it. I love the sound of it, and I really would have loved to hear the full length song.
But yeah,
maybe
I
it's
think
on the way.
maybe
this is actually just a rollout plan for her. Maybe she wants to start with social media, and then she'll get on streaming platforms, and then I don't know. I'm just saying. But I also really love the reception it's getting.
Yeah,
can't wait.
I think I'm more excited to hear what she has in store. In terms of just her music, her brand, and what else she does, because I feel like she has a very unique sound, man, that might potentially be big in Namibia. All right, so I want us to move on to another, I'd say, is it controversial topic? This week, Major League DJs were out in London. They were booked there for a show. Yeah. They played a mix by DJ Abux, which was very popular on YouTube and what is it? TikTok. It's basically a TikTok viral song. And a lot of us Namibians, because of our attachment issues, entitlement, a bit of entitlement, we felt that, these guys were supposed to shout out DJ Abux on their social media for playing their song. So there are two ways I'm looking at this, right? First of all, Major League DJs are a big deal in Africa, or let's say even in
the Yanos, space.
I feel like they uploaded this song months ago on a reel, and they didn't actually tag him or do anything like that. But if you go through the comments, people were actually commenting and making it like, oh, you guys were the ones who produced this. They were actually commenting on the song, and they never came out to correct these people. So for me, there was first the biggest error that and I'm sure they noticed that people, because they noticed that people were talking about it, because this is their highest viewed reel on IG.
For real.
And 2 million views. People were actually commenting on the song, like, who made this, what, you guys killed it, we love this. But they never said anything, and they never tagged this artist.
Yeah.
That's where I felt, because for months they were running on the assumption that it was their song, until they were called out this year, and they came out saying that, no, we're actually working with this artist, shout out to them. For me, I also felt like, why do you have to be called out to actually show some love to these artists? It means they know these people, they've been talking to them. Why not actually acknowledge that you know them, you've played their songs and stuff like that? So that's one place where I felt they were wrong. But then there's also it's a two-edged cutting sword. And now I also feel like they don't need to do that. So what are your thoughts on this whole Major League DJ Abooks
just
saga?
to build on and add on what you just said, it is disappointing that people had to like say so many things for them to shout out and give the how do you call it again?
It's a cosign. Yeah.
It's a cosign before giving the cosign. That's disappointing. However, it's just like they were like the incident now that you're talking about in London. Like, it's not like they gave a shout out to every song that was played or whatever. So I'm just like, they didn't necessarily need to, but it's good now that they have acknowledged and that we now know that they are working together with the boy, and hopefully that is going to
propel
him. But I feel like what he needs is actually just a booking agent. The DJ Abooks guy, he needs a booking agent so that he can now be able to play his song and stuff like that. Instead of just people feeling pity for him, he just needs a booking agent so that he can take his business to the next level.
Before I go to you, Vernon, I don't even think he needs a booking agent at this point. First of all, that song is probably raking in a lot of royalties for him. If it's sitting at no, I'm saying they haven't really gone towards that effort to get somebody to get the royalties for them, because they will need an aggregator or somebody that is going to get like a distributor to help them get the royalties. Firstly, secondly, he'll need permission from the original owners of the song for them to get a cut as well. Yeah. So if he can figure out, I don't know how.
That's gonna be crazy.
To speak. Yeah. But in countries like SA, Universal would say a song like that and then go to the artist and then actually distribute the song for them. Yeah. Same thing that happened with what's the guy who had that?
Maybe that's where Major League comes in. If they are talking to the boy,
maybe they can
advise him in that regard.
What is that one popular song that people doing crazy songs and stuff like that? The challenges.
Is it also a TikTok song?
No, the South African song that was so big last year.
Was it the hip hop song?
No, it doesn't really matter.
But yeah, Vernon, what do you think of that situation?
I only saw the Twitter video with the London gig, and initially I just thought, they're just DJs who play people's music and snap that part of the event where people were vibing to that song. And if a DJ Kiki or a DJ Dreas plays a song and he's snapping while people are... I've seen, Dreas also repost some videos, but as a DJ who's doing a club gig, I don't feel like you necessarily don't have to say, this is whose song that I'm playing right now. But another thing that I was thinking about is most of the Namibians jumped onto the song when it almost hit 1 million views. No.
That was way before. Namibians were actually, as soon as it was revealed. For real, I remember the Namibian did an article way before or was it?
No, that was like 2 weeks ago.
No, it's not the Namibian. No, one of I think it was either 100.online. There was a media house that did a
spike. Then the song was already big.
For real?
Yeah. Like Namibians, we have a problem. Like we really have a problem. We waited for the international market to really support that song. Like we only got on when the song was big. So for us to be complaining like this, it's also ridiculous, because why do we have to wait for... I think there's a tweet that the Major League guys put on, which was like, yo, you
guys don't support your people, support your people.
Exactly. We don't support our people, bro. We don't support our people.
And what have we been saying on this show? Yeah. And even before the show, all of us, I think we have been talking about just Namibians supporting each other and Namibians supporting Namibian music. And again, to that 1 million views, I have noticed most of the people, when they were counting down the song to 1 million, and then after it hit the 1 million, it got the press runs and boom boom, and then now on its way to 3 million. Now everybody's reposting that, and which is cool, but can we start supporting things from the jump? But the thing with us is we just want to jump on when it's already popular, especially when it gets international.
So I don't know what advice I can give DJ Abooks, but if you can get a booking agent to help you with UK bookings, doing
Possibly a
that.
distributor as well.
Get a distributor. Go the Master KG way and get a distributor who can actually get your music that song distributed everywhere else,
Yeah.
and for them to actually give the royalties to the sole owner or the original owner of the song where you actually mixed it in, and then you can get your money, you can get to travel, you can get to do your thing. But it's going to be a lengthy process, I think.
Yeah.
But so far the song is still doing big. I think it's going to be big until next year, this time around.
Hopefully you can get bookings when events start opening up.
Yeah.
All right. So another topic that I'd like for us to discuss that is actually very integral to the entertainment industry and the different fears and the different spaces that it has is: do we need an artist union to look at the interests of artists within the country, in the entertainment industry, whether it's in the music business, whether it's in the fashion business? Is there a need for a union to protect the interests of artists? Because most of them are being exploited. There isn't really like a know-how or like a proper procedure on how things should operate within the industry. So I feel like if they formalize and they have like a standard that they want to operate within any sphere of the industry, whether it's by forming a union or a creative body that looks out for them. I'm trying to ask you guys, at this point in the industry, do we need a union to look at the interests of artists, whether it's music, fashion, film, whatever
Fashion
it is?
is the Fashion Council.
But it's not a union though. Fashion Council is...
But at least they have something.
They have a body corporate that they need to
Yeah.
touch to.
It's a tricky one, man, because I feel like the music business, just the way it's set up, a union is important, but I don't think they will be able to stand up for the artist. Like those people that are going to actually be part of that union may actually, knowing Namibians and how corrupt we are, I don't think that is going to help the artist. And it's an important thing. If it happens, the business will benefit from that. However, I just don't feel like we are going to pull it off the right way at this point in the Namibian space.
I think the arts fraternity is the only one without actual union. I know the sports has literally every...
But aren't people in sports also always complaining about that, whatever that they have? So I just feel like even if there's a body there to represent the interest of the artist, they won't do
if
their
people
job.
like you, like us, who really care about the culture and artists are on there with record labels, even some of the artists, I think, there can be a positive influence in terms of just convincing the government to invest in the art, in artists, whether it's fashion designers or
I don't know.
everybody in the art. Especially
I don't want to be
at a time
convincing the
at
artists.
a time like
They
this,
don't.
in a pandemic, there was money that was allocated, and I remember there was also a newspaper article talking about how best believe 90% of Namibian artists did not get from the money that was allocated for as relief to artists. And if there was money for artists, and then there was money for creative groups. You can literally count the creative groups that got money on your hand, and there are so many in Namibia.
Are you serious?
I think I agree with Mike.
Mike, listen.
I agree with Mike, because what Mike is bringing up is a very important point. People always there are divisions in the industry, so people will always align with what works for them.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure whether people would really
and I don't know if you guys
work together.
and I don't know if you guys saw the call for artist advisory task force that
for what?
I don't know if you guys.
It's
an ASCAM thing, man. So I don't know if they are looking for like people like you guys.
Are they paid?
What is it, you too?
I don't know if people are looking. It says here, the Namibian Society of Composers and Authors of Music.
Is it artists
ASCAM,
only that they are looking for?
hereby invites artists, composers, and authors of music
See, that's not gonna
to
work.
help us shape NASCAM's turnaround strategy and advise the executive board on the devastation
So basically an
of the
artist
industry and
It's
how
not-
to deal with the plight
No, it's almost
of
like an
artists.
artist
It's not
union.
gonna.
it's
you know.
almost like
You know
an
what
artist
I'm saying.
union.
It's not gonna work because
see.
you are bringing the people who have the same problems in the industry, the people that actually are also part of the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like if you really want to work on something like this, get the heads in the, like, go to your media houses, go to your experts in the industry. Don't necessarily work with the artists per se,
Yeah.
because the moment they start doing that, other artists will all start looking at this advisory task force, and they're like, but why is artist A and B and C there? Why are they the ones who are working there? Because at the end of the day, if I'm an artist and I'm in this whatever task force
Task
this
force,
is,
yeah.
I'm also looking after my own interests. I don't care about what Mike or what Vernon has to say.
Facts.
But that's it. That's an episode for today.
I think as people in the industry, I think we need to look into just unionizing. I don't know now or later, but it needs to happen.
I feel like the music business is just a jungle, bro. So when you go there, don't be, looking out for like some sort of government institution, union looking out for you. Go there with your team with a plan and execute.
All right, if you're at home, let us know what you think of the topics that we had in store for you today. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget that we are also just dressed by Reynard Mahali and Cutting On.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace out.